Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. So I've showed you the car, I've showed you some of the fun that we had installing that dash kit, and I'm going to show you what usually ends up taking up my time. And it's this bad boy right here, my fish tank. So this is one of the fish tanks that we have in the house. This was a beautiful Christmas present from my husband David because he knew how much I liked having the fish tank. And so this is a 75-gallon wide, long but not tall fish tank. Right now we're running a Marineland Penguin 350 bio-wheel filter, hang on the back style filter on this tank. I know everyone talks about getting a canister filter tank or running a sump, and that's sort of the best way to keep the water crystal clear. But what I found with this tank is that it's not hard to keep the water clear at all. We've got a few special things though that I find help keep the fish and help keep the me really happy. And one of the things you can see, have a look in here. Look at that beautiful gravel. It is fine, specially cut gravel. It's supposed to mimic the look of sand. And what you'll see is that actually there is no detritus, like there's no food or poop or any other weird crap falling in between the pebbles, like the little sand particles. But what it does do is it allows for enough space for the air to move around so that there's no ammonia pockets. A lot of people talk about using pool sand or cleaning up like even dirt from the backyard and throwing it into the bottom of their fish tank. But the issue with that is that you have to keep it pretty well stirred up so that you don't end up getting these little toxic pockets of ammonia build up within the sand molecules that can apparently just randomly burst. This gravel on the bottom, it won't develop that, but also it doesn't, like regular aquarium gravel, it won't leave space for all the crud to get to the bottom and potentially sort of leave you in like a false sense of cleanliness. You'll see the crud on top, but it's really easy for the filter to pick it up. Like, I cannot describe just how beautiful this setup is. What we've got in the fish tank, and I think you can see them behind me, we've got a couple Cardinal Tetras. I have about 15 of them in the tank. 4 Cory cats, 1 Otto catfish that's right here. He's a little guy. I learned the lesson about Plecostomus. I'll tell you about that later. It was not a good scene. And I've also got some, like, I'm kind of scaring the fish right now doing this, but I think they'll be okay. Like, they'll be fine. I've also got some rainbow fish in the tank. They're hiding, but if you kind of come over here, here's a couple Australian rainbows. This is the third time we're filming this, so they're completely blanched out, completely scared, but usually they have a beautiful purple, kind of navy blue and yellowish color to them. The fins are orange. They're gorgeous, but they're not happy right now because I'm talking and I'm moving a little too close to the tank and I'm making them nervous. So when they get nervous, they just go silver. We've also got some, and they're new to me. I've been admiring them for a while. And on recommendation from our local fish store, whom I trust completely, because they're quite good, we've decided to add some Discus to the tank. So we know the rainbows can tolerate a little bit higher temperature. The Cardinals, the Tetras, are going to be fine with a higher temperature. So we threw the Discus in. We've got 3 of them, 2 snakeskin and 1 San Mira, and they look gorgeous. They're getting along with the other fish. They're getting enough food and they look pretty happy. And so what we found is that they're getting along. The fish are getting along. They are getting a lot more coloration, keeping the light on during the day. That's another little story I'll have to tell you about. But anyway, they look like they're doing pretty good with the lights on during the day. They're getting used to it and they're starting to develop more color in their fins. Usually the trick with rainbow is that you want to have a dark colored substrate, and we don't. So we have to use other tricks to get the rainbows to fully color up. They're not fully mature, obviously, just yet, but they'll be coloring up very nicely pretty soon. So anyway, just to highlight how great this setup is, and you can kind of see with the tank, it's really clear. Like, the water's really great, and But we're gonna show you the trick to actual clear water. So Dave's gonna help me. He's got the camera and we're gonna, like, I'm kneeling down right now, so this is gonna look awkward. But I'm gonna show you clear water. So look. Hello, here I am. Nice clear water. Isn't this amazing? This is how I end up checking my water clarity. Because, let's face it, you can get a false sense of security when you're looking at your tank front to back. If you've got it built in, you can probably afford to have people to clean your tank for you. I'm not so lucky. I'm sort of doing this as a luxury gift to myself, so I'm taking care of the fish. And what I find is that looking from side to side, you get a much better sense of water clarity, which is something that I like. I know the water doesn't have to be perfectly clear for the fish to be healthy, but I like the water to be perfectly clear. And so I'm really enjoying this tank. I can show you how I clean it if you like. I know there's a lot of videos about cleaning up fish tanks. This one is super duper easy. And I think it's because of the setup. I'll try to link this down below, but I might not get the right supplier. And if you like this video, what I'll do is I'll show you my other fish tank and maybe my other fish tank after that too. We've got 3 in the house. This is the largest. I think it's one of the most interesting, but I'll talk to you about my 37-gallon and my 5-gallon tank. I think with the 5-gallon, we've got some options. Right now, we've got a usual inhabitant in there, a betta fish. He's cool, but I think there's something a little bit more interesting we can do with that. So if you've got any ideas, post them at the bottom and I'll show you my 37-gallon next time. Thanks. Hope you're enjoying all of your fishy friends, and we've got a few other things that we're going to show you about having a very luxurious, calm, whole lifestyle and still be pretty normal people. Okay, see you next time.